Hello, I'm Louisa and this is my third and last video showing you how to make your very own stop motion animation. Now, if you haven't seen the first two videos, I would suggest going back and watching them because the first one was about planning and setting up your animation. Second one was all about actually doing the animation. And today is all about editing together your photos that you've already taken. So you really need to watch the first two in order to actually have something to edit today. Now, I've said in a previous video that if you're taking your pictures on a smartphone, there are some apps you can use. Now, before you download any app, please check with whoever pays the phone bill because some are free, but some also cost money. So please ask permission before you do that. I'm actually going to be showing you how to edit together on a laptop. I've got some software that came free with my laptop. It's just called Video Editor. And I'm going to show you how to do things on that, but most other simple video editors are also very similar. So this is Video Editor. This is the software that came free with my laptop. I've opened it and immediately you can see any projects you've previously made. But what we want is the new video project button. So I'm going to press new video project and I'm going to name it One Day in Harrow. Okay. So what we see when we first open this up is over here, we've got the project library. This is where I'm going to add all my photos to before I do anything else. Over here, this is a screen where I'll be able to play my animation as I'm making it, just to check everything is going really well. Over here, and down here, we've got the storyboard. Now, the storyboard on some editing softwares could be called timeline or storyline, but this is basically where we're going to be working. These slots here are where I'm going to bring down my photographs and slot them in, and I'm going to be able to edit them, move them around, and basically create the animation right here. So, first thing I'm going to do is add my photographs to the project library. So I go up here to add, and I want to add from this PC. Now here are all my animation photographs. So I'm just going to highlight them all and open them up. Now, if you've got quite big files, these might take a little while to add. Okay, so here are all my photographs. They've been added to the photo library. And whilst they're all highlighted, I'm just going to click on them and drag them down. As you can see, I've got 62 photos. I'm going to drag them down to the storyboard and they should all spread out in order. There we go, on my timeline. And I'm just going to scroll through a little bit just to check that they are all there. Yes, I think they are all there. And what you can even do is you can already just press play and see how they're looking. Now, what you might notice is that it's going very, very slow. And the reason for that is because the software automatically makes your photographs play for 3 seconds each. So down here, you'll see the number 3 on each photograph. That's actually a really long time for each photo. And it means my animation is going to be really boring. So, as you can see, the car is moving very, very slowly. So, what we want to do is make them last for less time. So, less time than 3 seconds. 3 seconds is clearly far too much. So, I'm going to highlight all my photos. There we go. And now I've highlighted them, I'm going to change the duration, which is this button here. Now there's some options here from 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 seconds. These are all too long. Even 1 second is far too long. So I'm just going to show you what half a second looks like. There we go. And we go back to the beginning. Press play. And that is a bit faster. And you might like this, how fast this is. This might be a good pace for you, but I think it could be a little bit faster. So I'm going to highlight all my photos. And this time I'm actually going to suggest trying a much, much smaller number, so 0.015 of a second. So just type that in and let's try that. So go back to the beginning of my animation, press play, and I prefer that. I like that a lot. So I'm going to keep it at that speed. Okay, so now that I've got all my photographs in and they're playing at the right speed, what I'm going to do is just go through every photo and really check that they're all in the right order. If you see some that you think might be in the wrong place, what you can do is click on it, and in this software I can just move it to where I want it to be. It's really, really easy there. So again, I'm going through, and if you see any photos that you don't think belong, I can just click on them and press delete. If you see something that's got an error in it, maybe something you didn't even notice when you were taking the photos. Like here, you can see the car actually lost a wheel. And at first that was a mistake, but I quite like it because the car's actually quite shocked by this giant creature that's suddenly come on screen. So I quite like it, and it even happens again here. So I'm going to leave it. I could delete it. I could do that and it'll probably be fine, but I'm going to keep it in because I think it's quite funny. So everything is looking good. All the photos I think are in the right place, and I've gotten rid of any that I don't like. But now, so when I press play on my animation, I think I want something a little bit more to happen to help tell the story of what's happening in my animation. So this editor has a really cool thing that you can use. So you can add text. And in some places you might be able there might be a button saying add text, but here we're going to add title card. There we go. And this is how we can add text. So over here we've got buttons that tell you how to add text or to change the coloured background. If I click on text here, we have got all these different brilliant preset styles for our text. I really like this one, and down here we've even got different options for lots of different layouts, and I really like this one. So I'm going to make this say there we go. Press done. So now I'm just going to add a few more of these title cards to help tell my story. I'm going to do that really quickly so you don't have to sit through watching me do it. There we go. And now we've got an ending. Okay, so I'm going to check that through once more as well. I'm going to press play. And I really like that. The only thing that's now missing is sound. So what you can do in this software, you can either add an audio track. So you can maybe record yourself narrating the scene, or you can add some of your own music. Just need to add the file up here and then press done. But what I'm going to do is actually add background music. So this video editor comes with some music already. I quite like this one. There we go. It's a bit silly, but I quite like that. And now here is my finished animation. And if you're curious to see what the other version of the animation looks like, the one where I use the paper cutouts instead of the split pin puppet, here it is.
Now, when you think you've finished, you should be able to press play and watch your animation go right from the start to the end. And then when you've done that, don't forget to press save, and then you can export your video as a video file. And then once you've got your video file, you can send it to friends or family, or with permission from a parent or guardian, you can also post it to social media. If you do post it onto social media, please do tag the Harrow Art Centre, so that we know that you've posted some animations. So thank you very much for coming on this journey with me to making your very own stop motion animation. Bye!